So today is the 24th rant and knives cosplay rants. Today we're putting stuff together, and there's so many tools. I'm just gonna go over them so that you know what to look for instead of just blindly poking about your hardware store or your your fabric store. Okay, but first and foremost, we must talk about the almighty safety pin. Safety pin! Safety pin is awesome! Alright, if you're going to a convention, you should have 4 of these ready on hand at all times. If you're a photographer, you're not in cosplay, 4 of these on hand and ready at all times. If you're just a regular Joe Blow, 4 of these on hand, ready at all times. Why? Stuff goes wrong all the time. Con damage is affluent and rampant throughout the convention. Oh! And these will save your butts 8 times out of 10. The rest of the time, I'd say, duct tape. Yeah, duct tape works too. Duct tape WD-40 on my safety pins. Anyway, now, it's also a great pickup line. You see someone in danger, you say, "Oh, hey, what's going on?" Start up a conversation. You have the safety pin. Safety pin! Awesome. By the same token, you maybe pretend something's wrong with your costume and say, "Hey, do you happen to have a safety pin?" Start up a conversation. Oh, safety pin is awesome. It's a legitimate pickup line at conventions. Anyway, no, these are awesome. These are in every con-goer's emergency kit. I'm sure that people have been to convention once or twice, already know this, and they're like, yes, of course, this is so obvious. But for those people who don't go to conventions, safety pins will save your butt. But I'll be going over some other things that are useful too. Okay, well, sometimes you will not be able to pierce your work, and you'll need something on the fly to, say, stick 2 kinds of some kind of like sheet material together. And to that I say, if you don't have glue, you should have glue with you too. But we have here Velcro. Velcro is awesome. They come in strips and in different shapes and sizes and a menagerie of nice, useful Velcro bits. You should, however, be aware that the hook side, it can damage costume because it can get into the fabric and scuff up the texture. If you're wearing, I don't know, bodysuit, it will make it not smooth. It'll make it fuzzy. It'll pick up on the fabric and it'll pick up on the fabric and rip it out. And the fluff on the other side is designed for this, but not so much your day-to-day clothes. So just be aware of that. If you use this, try to face this away from your sensitive fabrics. Jeans, heavy wools, they probably will be okay. Oh well. Oh, you're leaving me now? Sir, bad cat, you're a terrible co-host. Okay, that's what I get for trusting a cat to be a co-host. Okay, now let's get back to construction. Alright. Now, this is a little trick I came across, I happen to like. It's a quick, easy way to securely take apart your costume. It's a pressure key ring. Yep. But I only use, come on, break off for me. Okay, I only use this part. I only use that part. Because you only need this piece and that little ring that's on there. That's all you need. You don't need any of this other bits. So I save these rings for later. And incidentally, you can use, these rings to bind 2 pieces of chain together, whatever. I keep saying whatever. Oh, stop using it. Stop using the same words over and over again. Okay. And there are magnets. Now, whenever you get a magnet, I would highly suggest getting neodymium magnets. They are very strong. Here I have 2 here. And they don't even really touch that much. And that's good enough to walk around the convention in. No problem. Okay, well that just... Never mind. Okay. You're aware of the limitations, I guess. Yay, demonstrating. Alright, what's next? Alright, now, a really good, strong way to temporarily bind things together would be those clips on backpacks. I forget what they're called. Snaps, I don't know. But those are always awesome. The next one would be, but they're usually really expensive, like $2 or $3 for those clips. It slips in mind. Anyway, next I go to, say, belt buckles, and they come in a wide variety of shapes and sizes and so on and so forth. Do I have more? Yeah, I do. Yeah, and they're much cheaper, and they're just as secure. After that are the loop backs. You would fold your fabric or your strap in underneath, over and back underneath again to secure it. And we have the snaps. These are different than the snaps that in the other video. They work exactly the same, but these ones you sew to your material. Now, I want you to keep an open mind and remember that if you can puncture a hole in it, you can sew it. Yeah. Of course, with heavier gauge materials, or heavier weight materials, I would go with this trick here. I got these for 65 cents a piece. Okay. These are considerably cheaper, but they're not nearly as strong. Snaps, no matter how strong they appear to be, when you're pulling them apart, like I'm doing now, they're amazingly easy to peel up when they're on fabric. They just pop right on out. So I wouldn't put them on anything that's going to be bearing quite a lot of weight or load. And they have a range of sizes. This is not nearly the biggest one I've seen. We also have hooks, and really convenient here we have the straps from the straps from bras. Yes. So you would loop in one side on this end, and then this, of course, goes through another loop attached there. It's great for adjusting the size of your strap. Usually it's a smaller strap because the bigger the backpack clips are usually bigger, and sometimes you need smaller straps. And sometimes you need something that's really hard to see, something hardly noticeable at all. And I go with these. These are hooks. Teeny tiny little hooks. Get, say, 4 or 5 of these along an edge of, I don't know, a blouse or something, and line them up, hook them together. You're good, as long as you gotta keep them in tension, though, because if they slack up, there's the chance that they can come apart. I'm using the same word over and over again. It irritates me when I do that. I have a much more expanded vocabulary. I assure you I do. Here's some more of the snaps. They get to be pretty small. Very easily hidden. Come on. Look at the little baby snap. Look at it. So teeny. It's so teeny. I can barely hold it without your camera, so there it is. Yes. Alright. Just letting the people, make sure people are aware of these things before they go out and spend their money on some over elaborate, unnecessarily crazy or expensive trick or tool. Alright, I'm going to go back to this box of hardware. Here we have some more buckles. They come in a variety of shapes and sizes. Get some alligator crimp or back loops, I think. Yeah. You can find all this stuff in by the Velcro or the strap area of your local fabric store. These are really cheap in comparison to other buckles or something like that. Even D-rings. I'll go over those next. Yeah, you just loop these back and forth through it, and it'll grab it. You'll need a heavier material for it. You probably wouldn't want to try it with broadcloth or cotton material. It wouldn't work as well as others. Oh well, these are all to suit your needs and just giving you guys ideas of what is out there. I'm sure you could be walking around the stores looking at the same stuff. Anyway, D-rings. D-rings work well as well. you'll have to loop these back and forth with each other. You'll have to have the right size strap in order for it to work correctly. One thing I will tell you about that, okay? I think you can do the same thing with loops, but it's not as good. Let's see, what else is there? There's tons of stuff. So many ways to adhere things to other things. Let's see. Oh, well, I guess this counts. These are made to be crimped, so you can fuse two wires together. But yeah, you crimp one side for a wire and crimp the other side for a wire. Yeah, kind of related, maybe a little. Okay, I think that's it for this particular bin. Well, I do have these hinged loops. They're useful for just decorative bits. They're not necessarily going to be holding your stuff together very well. Maybe if you're making a purse or a little box, it's a new decorative bit, but not really, not those. You of course can get latches and stuff like that in the hardware store in that section. Alright, next box. More boxes. I wonder what time is on this thing. Wires, fans. Oh yes, here. Well, I guess this relates to the other crimping. You crimp these. These are for crimping off two electrical lines together, bringing them together. Oh, okay. These are connectors. They work together to. It's a kind of electrical line that you can separate and reattach at whim. I think they're awesome and useful for when you need to break something apart, and it has electrical in it. Yes. You can run electrical through your stuff, boys and girls! Yay! Oh well, is that all I want to cover for this one? Maybe? Am I done ranting? Done ranting? No! There's tons of stuff to go into, binding stuff together. Did I go over all the warnings? Yeah, I went over the loops. About loops, yeah, they're pretty expensive. The regular snaps. Okay, D-rings, yep. Okay. Done ranting for right now. Now I want you to remember, once again, that I want to know what you want to know. This has been my 24th rant. Oh well, I'm gonna start getting into other stuff, the more specialty stuff, tools and things like that. Maybe. Oh well. I also have to get into me making actual stuff so you can see how stuff works, instead of just a loose knowledge of what these things are. Oh well. Okay, once again, leave all the comments, buttons, blah 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 stuff. Let me know I'm not talking to myself, which I'm commonly talking to myself. And messages, when you leave me a question or wherever it is, on whatever forum, message, PM, poke, whatever you contact me, I try and put it on the YouTube account too if you know about it. That way I can tell people in the future about the same question that I'm answering for you. Okay. Okay, I've been ranting. Hope you enjoyed it. Good times to all.